What's up, Dragon Brood? So, this is kind of the part of the season where I start thinking about decks I put out earlier and saying, okay, are they still good today? Is there anything I would change about them? I don't do it with a ton of lists, but every once in a while, when I'm in the middle of building something, I get the idea that maybe I should run something back and just see, because, wheels get turning. So today we're going to be messing around with Naya Humans. And this is one we did, I think, about 6 weeks ago, maybe 7. But I think it's actually still really good in standard, and I wanted to find out because it's similar to some other lists, but not the same. And you get some benefits of the white aggro decks, but you get some better creatures. So anyway, let's go hop into this and see what we can do with Naya Humans in the current standard compared to where it was. Now, I know I gotta remind you, check out shop.ultrapro.com and pay some love to our friends over at UltraPro. If you need to get anything to protect any of your geek things, give them a look first. Alright, so this list, we are starting out with 4 Hopeful Initiate. It's really still the best 1-mana thing we can play in these decks. I really wish there were other humans at 1 mana that were really worth playing, but this is kind of the one. We could play the first striker, but this just stands to make more damage and gives us the ability to possibly get to kill some artifacts and enchantments. Now, Intrepid Adversary, on the previous list, we didn't have a full set of 4, and I went up to 4, and I removed the Augur of Autumn from the previous list. And the reason was, the Augur of Autumn was fine, but we never really got to those late game scenarios very often, not against decks that it mattered, right? We rather would just have a haste creature or something anyway. So I decided, you know what, we're just going to see if we can make our creatures bigger faster and if that helps us end more games. Luminarch Aspirant, because we're playing white creatures, of course, we're playing Luminarch Aspirant. Thalia is still very good against a lot of things. Even against the creature decks, Thalia's being a first striker is just good enough sometimes when we can keep pumping its power. We do get the benefit of playing Catilda, and I have to admit, being protection from werewolves is actually a relevant thing for Catilda because we're still seeing a fair amount of werewolves on the ladder. But being able to tap, get extra mana, let you play 2 spells in a turn sometimes if you need to early, also gives you the ability to pump your team, which is not inconsequential. So 2 Adelines. I will say, if you don't have anything else and you want to pump something, or add something in, consider playing a 3rd Adeline. This card's very, very, very good. I probably should have a 3rd, but I'm not sure where I want it to be. So if you're building this and you're just short a card, but you have Adelines, go ahead and play them. Brutal Cathar, obviously, this is one of our removal cards. Since we're playing all creatures, we need to have some things that help out there. And speaking of which, Elite Spellbinder can slow the opponent's spells down just enough, especially in conjunction with Thalia. You make something cost 3 more, and that's actually a really big deal. So, yeah, really like having this in here. And it's a flyer, which we don't have a ton of, and that helps a bunch too, especially since we can pump it up. Now we're playing a couple of Skyclave Apparition, and I will admit, there's sometimes, if I have the choice of playing this or a Brutal Cathar against the mono-white aggro decks, you want to go ahead and play the Apparition first, so when they stick their Apparition or Brutal Cathar, because that's usually what's going to happen, you give them back a token instead of a creature that can do something. Then you follow up with your Brutal Cathar. That's at least been my experience, and it's worked out better more often than not. Then we have Reckless Stormseeker, because on the front side it happens to be a human, so it gets all the benefits of human things, and it gives stuff haste, and works in conjunction with a lot of our other cards, which is great. Speaking of which, Halana and Helena partners. We've seen in our other decks where we have Stormseeker and Halana and Helena. That's great together. Also, the partners getting a bonus from Intrepid Adversary, really good. Getting a bonus from Luminarch Aspirant, really good. Getting a bonus from Sigarda, really good, right? So, and Sigarda pumps our whole team practically, so that's also good too. So all these cards in the deck do work together, despite them being in different colors and whatever. They all are humans and can really keep things moving forward. Now our lands look like they're kind of all over the place with 4 plains, 1 mountain, a forest, 4 Cragcrown Pathway, 2 Rockfall Vale, 4 Needle Verge Pathway, 1 Sundown Pass, 4 Branchloft Pathway, and 3 Overgrown Farmland. But this is kind of what we got to do when we're playing 3 colors. Want to make sure we can hit everything, cast everything on time. So yeah, we're going to see what's up. But, catch me at the end of the video. We'll do a wrap-up on if this is still good in Standard and if I would continue playing it, or if we would make further changes to make it more playable. And then we'll have a card spotlight for you, as usual. All right, well, this is an obvious keeper, so let's roll with it. Not a lot to do other than just slowly set things up here. I mean, we are going to run out Luminar Cast Sprint without a lot of backup action, so she'll just have to do what she does. Good news here, though, is we do have a Brutal Cathar, and we have a Skyclave Apparition, so we can get rid of a few things if necessary. Speaking of, there's a Thalia. I don't hate the Thalia, to be honest. It's mostly fine. However, it's tempting. You know what? I'm going to go with Spellbinder first here. Mostly because Thalia isn't really a threat to... Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa. Okay. This is going to be a real problem, isn't it? I mean, we almost don't want them to find land, but if they do, then so be it, I guess. I mean, they might double block here, knowing they have another Thalia. All right. I mean, that's not the strangest thing. Okay, they did find land, so now we're going to have to play this parade of removal duders. Which, on the plus side, I get to keep getting that back, which would then make some stuff cheaper, or more expensive for them, I guess, so that's fine. So I want to start here, so when they remove it, they don't get anything great. So we make their Cathars more expensive. This is a very weird sequence. But it's what we got, so it's what we're going to roll with, you know? Yep. And then I guess now we just hope they don't draw another land. As we get rid of their Cathar. This is so ridiculous. Well, yeah. Yeah, this is dumb. This is really dumb. Alright. Sure. Then we attack. Play this. Now, the good news is we can play this and tap our dudes and pump it a bunch of times if we really want to. Alright, here comes the Cathar. It's going to get rid of my Cathar, which is going to give them another Cathar, which is going to, I guess, remove Catilda? I don't know. Nope, going to remove a Spellbinder. Fair enough. We will probably do this in 1-2 activations. How much do I like that? They need one more mana to start playing those. Boy, what do we want to do here? Because 2 activations, like, isn't awful. Still lets us attack into their stuff. We get things back, so we don't really mind. But at the same time... I'm just going to attack with... Oh, that doesn't work, actually. I need another land. No attacks. That's pretty weak sauce, though. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we don't get anything with it, but realistically, they're either going to play a land and cast something, or they're just going to cast whatever they draw, right? So... Oh, they didn't. Interesting. I was wrong. Oh, okay. It's an Omenbach Escort. So they are still casting what they drew. Okay. Well, then the next best thing we can do is this. And we will auto-pay. 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 And attack. I mean, you can trade me 2 for 1 or 3 for 1. I'm down. Like, we are down to clown with all these things. Yep. We do not care about the Spellbinder. Ooh. I don't even think we need that, though. Honestly, I'm probably just going to attack and activate Catilda. Alright. Attack, attack. Okay. In the turn. I mean, they have to play 2 things to flip those. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. First strike's annoying, but so be it. We'll just have to attack with 7/7s. Alright. Put a counter on things. Ooh, that's not bad either. Well, we attack with this. Or actually, we play it. We get to give a 5 bonus to something. So I think we give the bonus to... Gosh, that's 5 is so much. 3, 6, 7, 8. They have to attack, block with all that to kill our adversary? And then we get 2 things, but yeah, alright. I'm game, I guess. We're gonna get to gain a bunch of life even if they kill it, so we don't really care. Alright. I probably should have just done this first anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. I mean, they get to remove things. Actually, oh, I shouldn't have played anything there. That was dumb. Yeah, because now to get rid of our biggest thing. I don't know. I guess it's probably still fine, but still. I should have waited. Yeah, they wouldn't have had anything to play of their own. Look at that. Big dumbs. That's okay, though. Opponent's fairly low, so we'll just be attacking with everything most likely anyway. Not everything, but at least our Spellbinder and Adeline, and we'll pump. Alright. Attack with Adeline for sure. Do we attack with Spellbinder? I feel like the answer's supposed to be yes. I'm just not sure if the answer is yes. Thing if they don't, and they block this, yeah, so we attack. Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. How could you?
You done messed up, Aaron!
Yep. Now we just get all of our things back. Yep. Might as well play it. Yeah, that's it. Yep. All right. Yeah, keeping this. We have the right color lands to even play our Catilda if we want. Which is interesting because I think the first play is probably Thalia, followed by Catilda. But we shall see. I think that's what we're up to, though. Alright. This at least slows the opponent down. Anytime you're playing blue stuff, Thalia is probably the right play. Okay, a backup Thalia is nice. Question is, what do we do with this now? If we play Catilda, I could also play Aspirant. But then the question becomes, can I get my creatures big enough next turn to not die to some type of sweeper? I'm going to take that risk. This is probably not the best play, but we're going to go with it. Now, I did that just in case they do have, like, Spikefield Hazard. They have, I don't know, Cinderclasm, whatever. Thalia's at least protected from that on the short term. Now, next time, I could play Intrepid Adversary. Oh, you just had a Demon Bolt for Thalia. Boy, are you about to be disappointed. That's not bad here either. And we're going to attack for 2. We're going to make them work to kill that Thalia. And now Sigarda gives everybody a +1, so that takes either of these plays off the table in some ways. Assuming it resolves, right? They could play a land, pay for a divide by 0 or some such. But if they do, that's fine. We still get to attack for, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. So that's okay. Though if the opponent can just deal 1 to everything, could still be worth it. I mean, wouldn't be the craziest thing. Yeah, let's run this out there. So if you have a divide by 0 or something, I guess we just get to see it here. And if it's a straight up counter, I guess we're better losing that than Sigarda. But who knows? They may let it hit. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Because if they have Cinderclasm... Oh, they're going to divide by 0. That's not the best play, opponent. Because I can just replay the Thalia. This is all very interesting. And they have 4 lands with no more in hand. Could get more with the Unexpected Windfall, but not if we're holding a Thalia. So I think we just do this and slow them down with that. And then I think we just run a Thalia back out. And then we pump the Thalia since we know they have the start from scratch. And we just attack for 1. So right now, it looks like the coast is clear if we want to cast a Sigarda. So we'll get to attack for 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a pretty big hit. All right. Killing the one thing they can for a big hit makes a lot of sense. I think we play this. I think we go ahead and use this for this, just so we can set up a bigger attack next turn. Giving up 2 here is probably fine. Because they would have to draw... Yeah, they don't have a sweeper they can play here. So yeah, let's just do this. And then we control a 2, a 4, and a 2. So let's make this bigger. Wait. Oh, it's whenever Sigarda attacks. I thought it was just whenever you attack if you controlled. Well, that's... Alright. Alright, expressive iteration. I think that's going to be game here. Because I'm trying to think, like, if you get rid of Thalia, still game. If you get rid of Sigarda, still game. Plus, we've got Intrepid Adversary they got to deal with. Yeah, I don't think they have any outs here. Yep. Okay, this is an absolute keeper. Go ahead and run this duder out. All right, opponent, what you got going on there? Oh, that's not a bad pickup either. I like where this is going. Put that there, and we'll get in there. Assuming they're going to try to kill the Aspirant, or they have something that deals 2 damage. The Initiate at least causes problems, it's a 3 toughness. So, because if we'd have put the counter on the Aspirant, there's a chance they could have, like, Cinderclasm with the kicker or whatever and deal 2 to everything. And that would have sucked. Celestis. All right. So now we do have a real decision here on, do we want a Reckless Stormseeker? That's 2, 3, 4. Well, this we could plus this. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8. Or we could play Adeline and get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then get this out next turn. I'm actually not sure which is better. I think I'm going to go with this, because I'd rather just have this down now. Though, I have to admit, there is an argument to be made that if I had attacked with the Stormseeker here and would have pumped the Initiate, I could have used the Initiate to be able to get rid of the Celestis, which is a real thing that could have happened. However, now I just have Hasty Folks to do other stuff. So, here we go. So I'm not sure how much that would have changed things, but here we are. Land Epiphany. Nope. What do we got? Okay, well that's a lot of cards and a lot of mana. Definitely going to allow them to combo next turn. And I don't really have an answer here, unfortunately, against 4 mana and 4 cards. That is not going to be enough, I don't believe. Because I could play it, pump for 1, make it a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that'd be about it. So I'm pretty sure that's game. Yeah, I don't think we have any other out here. Have to assume that's it. No? I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to tell if that earlier turn would have made a difference or not. Because we would have lost the Stormseeker, but we still would have had Adeline here. But Adeline would have done a little less damage, but it would have had like 2 extra 1/1s. So yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of hard to say. Sure. I mean, the fact we gained life at least buys us a little bit of time. So there's something to be said about that. And you made our Stormseeker bigger. That was nice. I mean, not like it matters. They could just play 2 spells on the next turn. Or turn it night to day, obviously. Alright, they're back to 4 life. With still a pile of mana available. I mean, they could take another turn here if they wanted to. They have the cards to do it. I hope they're checking out a Stormseeker, seeing what's up. Just saying that if they don't cast anything, we do get to flip it to the backside. Looks like they're not. Looks like they're setting up to get some more turns. What are those other 2 cards? They're holding on to those cards very tightly, so I'm curious what's going on. Ooh, that is not what I wanted to see. I was hoping for something a little bit better there. Okay. What do we do here? Opponent's at 5. We don't really have a great way to take advantage of that. If we put the bonus on the Intrepid Adversary, then that would be of 6. They block it with 2. They take 4. They use 1 to block the Storm Charge Slasher, so that doesn't really help. If we played Catilda, put the bonus on Catilda, attack, they could block 1 on Catilda, 2 on the Adversary, 1 on the Storm Charger, and still stay alive. So sadly, I think the best play is just this. And that is bounce our Adversary or kill it here. And then we just lose everything. Yep, might be about what's about to happen. Oh no. Well, I guess it still could happen. But we have 2 Catildas, so I'm fine running one out here just to see what happens here. Oh, I forgot. Catilda would have had the... I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, though. They still would have blocked the Adversary. I would have done it. Yep, here comes another 2 turns. Yep, no surprise. Yep, sounds good. All right. I'm assuming they have ways to kill lots of things here. They could also have found another, oh, yep. Oh, I thought it was going to be a burn down the house, honestly. Make a bunch of tokens. That would have been pretty bad for us, too. Yeah, the only thing we have going for us is we gain so much life that this is not... Oh, no, it's going to be 3 turns, though. Yeah, we're dead. Because we're going to take 8 and then take 8? Oh, I guess we're not quite dead. Be at 1. But, I mean, if they play a burn down the house or something, we're just dead. Oh, yeah, we're dead now. All right. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this hand. It's actually a pretty strong one. Depending on what we're up against. Like, if this is a slower creature type deck, this could be very good. I mean, a spell type deck, not creature deck. Alright, so we start with... Put this on white, because we have a green-red land. And we'll guarantee our double white, just in case for future considerations. Go ahead and attack. And then I think we Spellbinder. Is what we're looking for here. Oh, Valkyrie's going to make sure we don't get the Spellbinder. Maybe. I don't know. I was going to say, maybe they're not afraid of it. I have no idea. Ooh, that ain't bad either, though, here. Alright, I think that's what we're doing. As much as I want to play that Aspirant. This is not a bad thing. Select a creature or planeswalker to attack just the opponent. Why would I... I guess it's counting Valky as having a planeswalker on the backside. I can't attack the Tibalt. That's kind of weird. Had never seen that happen before. Definitely a weird bug in Arena. Alright, so it's a Jund deck of some variety. Sure. That definitely ain't stopping us from attacking, I'll tell you that. Yep, let's go with this plan. Obviously, you were scared of the other one. Ooh, boy. Well, fair enough. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna play a little bit weird because we probably have to just play the Adversary on 2 unless we draw something else here. Yeah, I think I'm still playing Adversary on 2 here. Only thing that changes here is if we play this or this, and it really depends. Okay, they played Athalia. We don't... Well, the problem is if we don't get rid of the Thalia, we really can't. Because if they play Brutal Cathar, we're going to need to be able to get rid of that so we can still attack with our Adeline. So, yeah. This is probably all we get to do here, sadly. No attacks. Now, they could actually just play their Elite Spellbinder. Oh, they didn't have it. Alright, so that changes things significantly. Ooh, and we found a Brutal Cathar. Well, what do you want to do with that? This is a real decision, actually. I think... I guess if we get rid of their adversary, we could still attack with Adeline and the Initiate. And I'll get rid of it with this. So there's no fear of them, like, get rid of this, get their Cathar back, blah, 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 that whole thing. Alright, taking 7. We can live with that exchange. Alright, which one is it? Apparitions or Cathars? We know it's one of them. Oh, it wasn't. It was a Valorous stance. Well, that definitely makes a difference. Okay, then. Alright, so if we Stormseeker, what do we do here? I mean, I guess our choice is really got to get rid of Thalia, right? Or else nothing good really happens here. So, this is sort of where everything starts. Really wish I wouldn't have drawn so much land, but situation is what it is. There's their apparition. Well, this seems fine, I guess. If I do this, we get the Cathar back. The Cathar doesn't get to remove anything. If we do this, we can attack with Initiate and Stormseeker. Is attacking with Initiate and Stormseeker even enough to matter? Alright. Mostly because if this survives, then we just get to attack with Adeline behind it. So, I'm willing to take that risk. Alright, opponent did not want to give us anything back, which feels like they have more Cathars and... Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, you sort of know. You know what I mean? Like, you get a feeling that, like, yeah... I gotcha. We're only going to get to kill one thing with this anyway, even if it's a 3 power, so yeah. Do we attack with this too? Block there, you kill that. Yeah. We are keeping it. Hopefully we'll find green mana when the time comes. But until then, this looks okay. And you know, like I said, we don't love having adversary on 2, but we could do a lot worse than that. And if this ends up being something like an Epiphany deck or something, adversary on 2 is very fine. This is not an Epiphany deck, however, so adversary on 2 is not very good. We did find the land for the Halana and Alena, though, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and attack here, see if they want to trade for our Initiate. They do not. Smart opponent. We're going to have better stuff you can kill. Alright, what do you wish to do here, opponent? Wolf. Alright, wolf it is. Let's get this down and see what's up top. Broken Wings. Destroy an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, or a ranger class. Well, here's the plus side. If they tap out to kill our Spellbinder, we don't greatly care. Because we play Halana and Elena, we get to pump adversary. No attacks. I assume that's what they'll end up doing this turn, but we'll see. I'm probably just going to pump Hopeful Initiate, really, which is not the most exciting play, but I think that's correct. Kind of sad, really. I almost hope I draw something better, like a, I don't know, Sigarda or something. Nah, that's not bad. That's not bad. And I don't mind that with a Halana and Elena. That's actually pretty good. What do we do with it here, though? Do we attack with an adversary? I'm just thinking if I put the +1 on the initiate and attack with these two, that sets us up a little bit. So let's at least consider that. And we still don't know what they drew. They could have drawn a fight spell or something else here, so I have to at least consider that as an option. But I'm willing to attack with 2 3-power things and see what the opponent's up to. Or actually, I guess 3 3-power things and see what the opponent's up to. Leave back the Reckless Stormseeker. And then hopefully Stormseeker plus Halana and Elena. I guess we'll just call them the partners. That's a long name. Alright, so this at least gets us the counter on our initiate, and then they can kill 1, block 1, I don't care. I mean, this is an instant, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, why didn't I not attack with the Spellbinder? I got so caught up with those two, I didn't attack with my Spellbinder. That was stupid. That deserves one of these. I mean, the reality is it didn't really matter because I assumed they were going to kill it anyway. But I think that's what happened in my head. I just assumed the opponent was going to kill it, so I didn't attack with it. But either way, they kill it during the attack step or during end of turn step, so it doesn't change much. Now it's just, did you get an actual fight spell, or are we going to worry about this Ranger class coming down? Which does matter, because it would allow them to potentially kill Halana and Elena, which is not nothing. Oh, not anymore, it won't. Oh man, that's almost all of everything, so not quite there, but damn good nonetheless. Alright, we will put the counters on probably this, actually, and pump here. And we get to come in with a big pile of things and gain some life. How you like that, opponent? Yep. Shouldn't have got in there with that wolf. They still have 3 cards and a bunch of mana, though. I mean, there's some fatties green decks can play right here if they wanted to. Alright, there's a Blizzard Brawl. We'll get some life for that, so not overly concerning. Old Growth Troll. Alright. Well, looks like our plan is going to be put a counter on Halana and Elena. Probably just going to put counters on Stormseeker. And then put that counter on Halana and Elena. And then put that there. So we get to attack with the first striker and a 6/7. Then if we want, we can focus next turn on juicing up the Luminarch Aspirant. So all these counters are making the partners real big here. And now just a fight spell isn't even good enough I mean, the opponent's going to have to find a way to deal with a 7 toughness, potentially up to an 11 toughness thing next turn. Maybe even 12 if we want it to be. More than that, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to hold this as a bluff so they don't know what our last thing is. But if we get any other relevant creature and get to attack with it, we're probably in the driver's seat. I mean, if the opponent gets a wolf back here, it gets a troll back here, it comes in tapped. Oh yeah, that's game, if that's all they're doing. Even if they have a 1 mana thing here. Yep. Okay, this has some decision making. I'll keep it though. Actually, I guess not really. We're going to turn 2 Aspirant and then probably turn 3 Cathar and hopefully get to play our Helana and Elena. I think is what we're going to be looking at here. Ooh. Ooh, I say that, but then we drew Catilda. Damn. Problem is, I know what type of deck we're up against, so this is a little bit difficult. Man, wow. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if we can just out-mana the opponent. I don't know that we can, but I'm gonna take a shot at it. If they have kill spells, maybe they kill that instead. I don't know. Hunt for specimens. All right. Legit. Well, I guess we did this for this reason, so... I mean, if we weren't going to do it... And then next turn we get to play Brutal Cathar and an Aspirant, and then maybe get to play Adversary pumped up. That's kind of our jam here. Alright, they did have the removal. But we did slow their mana down pretty significantly here. So... I think we're going to do... this. Get rid of that. And then I think we're going to do this. Pumping up this. Mostly because if they do have, like, a meat hook for 2, it doesn't kill our whole team here. Skullport Merchant. Acceptable. Oh, boy. Oh. Man, what are the odds that they're going to play a sweeper next turn? I feel very strong that that's going to happen, sadly. Man, I feel like it's sort of on the one hand, like, if they have it, we kind of just have to force them to have it. If they do, you know, it's kind of like if we lose sort of a thing. But I'm not sure what else we would do. I mean, if it's just another spot... Okay, that's actually not bad. That definitely could have been a lot worse. Okay, then. Then we'll just put the counter on you. And attack. Actually, it doesn't do anything. Alright, end the turn. Here comes Lolth. Because that's the only thing I can think of you would do that and use your treasure. Because if you wanted to Blood on the Snow, you would have just done that, right? Unfortunately, we can't protect our own creatures. So we target creature an opponent controls. Yep. I mean, I guess it's possible they have a bunch of lands in hand, but that doesn't feel right either. Man, all these Brutal Cathars and nothing to do with them, really. Oh, boy. Okay. If we attack with the... Oh, no, we still be a mana short. The only thing we'll be able to do is attack with a Brutal Cathar. And then just put counters on stuff during the opponent's end step. I mean, we could get lucky and... Alright, I don't want to overcommit here because there's just too many sweepers those decks have, and it's just... don't feel like it's a smart move. Oh, actually, crap. I should have just attacked with both. I'm still going to be a mana short. I just missed out on 4 points. Yeah. I guess technically 5 points, but... dang it. I was thinking I had one more mana than I had. Yeah. We can't. I don't think we're going to come back. Not with this draw. Yep. Definitely not with that draw. That being said, though, I don't feel like we really had a true out, so... tis what it is. I'm going to go ahead and play this, pump it once. Don't expect to get much out of it. Like I said, the only difference here is we could have had 4 more damage on the opponent. Maybe 5 damage, realistically, because they would have let the 1/1 through, I think, in that scenario. Not that we knew that, but still was possible. Eye twitch, sure. Okay. I think we go ahead and get rid of the eye twitch if we can. Attack. What I'm hoping is we can remove the 4/4 that they're going to make next turn. And then pump our team twice and still be able to attack. And hopefully they're mostly out of gas. But by then I'm assuming they have a Blood on the Snow or something. So we really need like a hasty creature or something. Ah, another meat hook. Alright. Cool, cool. We're just going to give that one up. Can't keep this. Ooh. This hurts. I mean, we can maybe hope to draw an untap land. We're going to keep it and see what happens. I think we're going to get rid of an adversary, and that does not feel good. Alright, let's see what this leads us to. Come on, untap land. Hey, we got there. Oh, we might have to use a apparition on something pretty badly next turn. But for now, actually, I was just thinking, if we apparition that, then we can double aspirant next turn, and that's probably pretty strong. Even if they play like Tovolar or something. But there are better things, because we wouldn't mind getting rid of a Tovolar, you know? So, I guess we just be patient. As much as you like to use your mana efficiently, I didn't feel like that was the right spot there. Because again, could be something like Tovolar here. And we would have just given up a card, because I wouldn't be able to block that. I mean, we could have, but I wouldn't have, you know? Alright, that we will remove. And then maybe we draw a land and can play 2 creatures next turn? I think we're just going to do that. No need to be aggressive. We are not the beatdown at the moment. Alright, now I am concerned about what could be in the opponent's hand. Let's see if we can force the issue a little bit. Okay, you got some type of instant. Question is, what is it? Because I am very curious, opponents. Very curious. I mean, we could make this a 5, but if it's another Frostbite, it doesn't really matter. You're going to use it either way. Then I don't know what it is. I would assume I mean, I guess they could be holding Blizzard Brawls and they're just looking for a way to kill something and not die. Which would make sense. I mean, as it stands, though, yeah, we're going to block with Thalia. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you plus... Well, that being a 4 would just die to both of those. That's fine. Let's make Thalia bigger. Alright. Didn't matter. Alright, this is a reasonable one to keep. Ooh. Catilda actually adds a little bit of an interesting twist to this. Like... Well, we won't be able to cast it here anyway. Sort of made that decision on turn 1 playing that down. So, I guess it's just... I say just, get in with an Aspirant. But I assume the Aspirant's just going to die here. Or do you want to kill... No. Really? That was a pleasant surprise. Did not expect that to be the outcome there. Okay. Well, things are what they are, I guess. We play Stormseeker. Plus Stormseeker. Give Stormseeker its own bonus. And then attack. I mean, it's a lot of damage. Now, we could still get swept by a... Oh, Spikefield Hazard. Okay, it must be a divide by 0 for a Stormseeker then. Fair enough. So, what we want to do is move to the attack step. Oh, they're just going to let us do the thing, huh? Nah, let us target, then bounce. No? Really? Alright, I guess we try. I don't know what else to do with this. Oh, Magma Opus. Whoa. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just take this. I mean, if you get a land... Oh, you already have a land. You could pay 6. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. But it costs them their treasure, I suppose. Yep. Not much we could have done with the Magma Opus in the yard. That was about as rough if it was going to be. Put the counter here. Now, the good news is, if they do just follow up with Leer, the best they have is a Spikefield Hazard. Well, they don't even have that. Yep, that's ballgame. Would have been a bunch of different ways, but that just seals it. Whew. Alright, so as that worked out, it turns out it's actually still pretty good. And I would say the only thing we're weak to would be like the mono black or Orzhov control decks that are just playing like all the constant sweepers and spot removal, like the things you would expect. Now, you're not saying you can't win those, but those are going to be on the lower end of your win percentage. But we did have good game against everything else, and while we were recording, I think we beat all of the other mono-white aggro decks. If anything, maybe we lost to one. So that's actually pretty cool too. So we held up against all of the other problematic and tough decks in the format, so I think this does have a definitive place if you want to play it. And it's good because if you had the previous version, there's only small minor upgrades I would make because I honestly wouldn't change much here at all. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Boros Guildmage. This is just a cool little card that I actually like that whole original series of Guild Mages. I think they were all from the first Ravnica visit, but this is just a 2-mana 2/2 that can give stuff first strike, and I believe also give stuff haste. So yeah, I mean, both of those would be quite good abilities in this deck, and does happen to be a human as well. So if those were still available, I would gladly play it in this list, but unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. And I don't even know if cards like this will ever be reprinted. These might have been too efficient, being 2-mana 2/2s and having 2 good abilities on them that were cheap to activate. But I don't know, just kind of a cool card from the past that you don't really see much of anymore, unfortunately. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. And you're always welcome there, whether you are a subscriber or a follower or not. We're open to the public. We like helping people out over there. The Brood are good people. Also, if you would like to support the channel, please consider becoming a member here. Just hit that join button down below, and you can check out all the details of the things we offer with that membership. And finally, if you don't do any of that, please, at the very least, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to click all notifications so you don't miss a single video I have coming out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.